Where's the wolf? Oh my god, you idiots. This alpha wolf uses his sense a smell. What? Who wrote this? This alpha wolf uses his sense a smell to find the enemy. A, quit sniffing at my socks. Okay, thank you, Konami.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
New mini box Soul of Resurrection comes with a lot of zombie support and assault mode support. Let's talk about this. This set comes with a lot of assault mode cards that support the structure deck that was recently released. We all believed that the structure deck simply wasn't enough to be top tier. Hopefully, the new assault mode cards are enough to make it top tier. What kind of support did we receive? We received support for a pure assault mode deck, and there are also different assault mode deck ideas we could do. There's about 11 assault mode cards, and the only super rare card is assault mode 0. So before, the big problem with the deck was if you have an assault mode monster in your hand like the red dragon, it's dead. Completely dead. There's nothing you could do with it. But this mini box gives us many cards to make it not dead. So card number 1 is Assault Mode 0. You could quick play, tribute a synchro, special summon your assault mode from your hand. Now, while this is in the graveyard, you could banish it to set an assault mode trap from the deck or hand onto the field, and you could use it that turn. And if you don't know what that assault mode trap is, it's the main trap that you could activate on your synchro, like Red Dragon Archfiend, to summon your Red Dragon assault mode. Now, the other card we could use in addition to this, besides the fact that you can search with Sire Reflector, we'll talk about that, is Assault Teleport. If you have Assault Mode monster in your hand, you're not happy, but with Assault Teleport, you can return it back to the deck where you want it to be for your Assault Mode trap, draw 2 cards. It's a pot of greed. Now, going back to Assault Mode 0, a good way to use this is you could play Transcendent Crystals, discard it to the graveyard with the skill from Jesse Anderson, and then you could banish it right away to set your Assault Mode trap from your deck and immediately play it that turn if you want to. Now, you can search it with Sire Reflector, but you don't want to. You want to search Assault Beast with your Sire Reflector because that's the core combo to synchro into your Red Dragon Archfiend. But if you play 3 Assault Beasts and you already open up an Assault Beast, then you could essentially search it, but you're still going to need an Assault Mode activate to reveal with the Sire Reflector to special summon. So it's really just not a good card to even search. It's just if you have it and you can make your synchro and you do not have the Assault Mode activates to use, this is good. Probably play one of. I'm more interested in Assault Teleport, where to use Assault Teleport with Sire Reflector on summon, because you can't search this card, you could search the Assault Mode monster, return it, draw 2. But you're not going to be searching that unless you already have an Assault Beast in your hand. So if you have 3 Assault Beasts and you draw one of them and you have your Sire Reflector plus Assault Teleport, then you could summon, search your Assault Mode, return it, draw 2. What else did we receive for pure Assault Mode support? And I also have a deck list for you. We have Assault Revival. It could special summon an Assault Mode monster from the graveyard, but you must control at least one monster to destroy it to even activate this card, so it becomes very situational. It also negates the effect of your Assault Mode on the field. We have Assault Slash, which destroys all monsters on the field face up, including your Assault Mode, but they all revive the Assault Synchro that you used with it. Now, this card's good. Pay attention to this one. Assault Counter. Activate only while you control an Assault Mode monster. You get to negate a spell, trap, or effect monster. Negate and destroy. Very good. This is like a win condition for your pure version. Assault Mercenary, not so good. It allows you to destroy back row cards by returning Assault Mode activate from your hand or graveyard back to the deck. Nightwing Sorceress allows you to use Assault Mode activate the turn you set it. Really bad, but it's a spellcaster, and it can be used with your Sire Reflector to summon it from the grave. So we're going to return to this card and figure out why it could be decent. So before the Assault Mode engine, to tech it into any deck was 3 Psi Reflector, 1 to 2 Assault Beast, 1 to 2 Assault Mode Activate. What's the new way? We're not sure. We're going to look into it. So now let's look at a concept version of the deck, not how you should build it, just a concept. So here's a quick concept of a pure build. This is definitely not the way to play this. It's just throwing all the pure cards into the deck, the pure cards that are worth it, the draw 2, the special summon from the hand, and the negate anything. Let's see a quick little test hand. Let's go. Boom. We have Assault Teleport and our Assault modes in our hand. Let's activate, return, shuffle, draw 2. Whoa, we got Psi Reflector. Let's do it again. Assault Teleport, return, shuffle, draw 2. Whoa, we got Assault Beast. Let's discard Assault Beast. Let's add Assault Mode Activate. Now we're going to summon Psi Reflector, search our deck for the Assault Mode monster. Shuffle the deck. Again, return. Whoops, we put in the grave. Put into the deck. Shuffle, draw 2. Okay, so now we could activate the effect of Psi Reflector, reveal the Assault Mode Activate, special summon the Assault Beast onto the field, Synchro Shokan into Red Dragon Archfiend, set the Assault Mode, and set Assault Counter. Then in their draw phase, we could flip up Assault Mode Activate, view the deck, special summon Assault Mode Beast from the deck, and then if they activate a spell, trap, or monster effect, you got them. Now, if anything happens to the Assault Mode on the field, it gets destroyed, it's going to special summon your Red Dragon Archfiend back on the field. And with your Assault Mode 0, which is quick play, so you could set it also, you could activate it to tribute the Red Dragon Archfiend to summon another Red Dragon Archfiend from your hand. So that's pretty good. We had double Assault Mode special summon. We drew a bunch of cards. We have a Reflector for next turn. We have a negate, a destroy. That's what the pure version's going to potentially be capable of. Let's move on. So besides the pure version of Assault Modes, we have 3 Assault Mode Beast monsters, brand new ones. We have Doom Kaiser, we have the Arcanite Magician, and then we also have the Hyper Psychic Blaster. So let's look at some notes on what we talked about how to use these cards. So big downside with these boss monsters, you could not summon any of them with the Psi Reflector. Psi Reflector can summon a Red Dragon Archfiend. It cannot summon any of the synchros to make any of these monsters. That's a huge, huge downside. So we're going to explore the ways to summon the synchro to make the assault modes of these versions. But if you want, you could potentially use King's Consonance. King's Consonance is a trap card. If they attack directly, you negate the attack. You could banish a synchro that you used with Psi Reflector, plus your Psi Reflector to hopefully make one of these synchros, because you can improperly synchro using the King's Consonance by banishing the correct levels of non-tuner and tuner. So figure that out if you want to use this potentially. Otherwise, we're going to look at the proper way to synchro. Doom Kaiser Assault Mode on summon will special summon zombies from either player's graveyard. So with the zombie world, you get to potentially steal from your opponent's graveyard because it turns everything on the field and graveyard into zombies. Let's talk about this crazy turn 1 combo with a Psi Reflector and a Gazuki, where your ending field is going to be a Doom Kaiser Assault Mode, an Ancient Fairy Dragon, a Zombie World, and a Doom Kaiser Dragon. This is a turn 1 combo. It only requires 2 cards plus any other card in your hand. Let's talk about it. So you're going to play a skill that starts with a field spell on the field, and your 2-card combo is just going to be Psi Reflector and Gazuki plus any other card. Could be a Beaver Warrior, whatever. So you're going to summon Psi Reflector, you're going to view your deck, add an Assault Beast, discard the Assault Beast, add an Assault Mode Activate. And then you're going to reveal the Assault Mode Activate to special summon an Assault Beast. You're going to Synchro Shokan into an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Now, Ancient Fairy Dragon's going to destroy the mountain, search the deck for a zombie world, play the zombie world. Now, everything in the grave or on the field is a zombie. Now, you're going to activate the effect of Ancient Fairy Dragon to special summon Gazuki. Gazuki is going to send a Plague Spreader from the deck to the graveyard. Then you're going to activate Gazuki effect to put your Beaver Warrior on top of the deck. It could be anything to special summon the Plague Spreader onto the field. Then you're going to Synchro Shokan into your Doom Kaiser Dragon. Now, when this card is special summon, you could target a zombie in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it. It's your first turn, so there's nothing. You're going to set the assault mode. Then on your opponent's draw phase, whenever phase, it doesn't matter, activate, assault mode activate, tribute off the Doom Kaiser. You're going to summon your Doom Kaiser Assault from the deck. Then when it is summoned, you could special summon from your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard. So you could special summon your Doom Kaiser back on the field. And that's the combo. That's a turn 1 combo, 2 cards plus any card. Maybe that's going to be great. And then you get to oppress them with the zombie world, where if they require a non-tuner to be a certain type to synchro, like a Fortune Lady Every, this will mess it up. You could not make a 6 Sam Shien with the zombie world in the field, for example. Great combo. Now we have Arcanite Magician Assault Mode. On summon, gain 2 counters, gain 1,000 attack per counter, so it's 2,900 attack, but you're going to remove those counters to wipe the entire field of your opponent's field. Wipe it. So this is a great effect, better than the other Assault Mode monsters. But how hard is it to summon? Let's figure that out. So we're going to talk about the revival effect sucking because it summons Arcanite Magician, which has no effect in the field. So it has the worst revival effect, but has the best effect in the field. Destroy all opponent's cards. Now, if you want, you could use Arcane Apprentice plus a Tricky. What is a Tricky? Tricky, you can discard a card to special summon, and then you could normal summon your Arcane Apprentice, then Synchro Shokan into an Arcanite Magician. When you do that, Arcanite Magician can destroy up to 2 cards in the field, and Arcane Apprentice will search for an Assault Mode activate from your deck to your hand, set it, then you can activate on your Arcanite Magician to summon your Arcanite Magician Assault Mode. Then when it's your turn again, you can remove your 2 counters, wipe the field. So it does require an even extra setup. It has to survive their turn, unfortunately, but that's a combo right there. Or we can use Fortune Ladies, which can easily make an Arcanite Magician, but then you have to search for the Assault Mode activate in some way. Another combo is your Psy Reflector from the Structure deck, but you're going to use Nightwing Sorceress. So Nightwing Sorceress can be special summoned from the graveyard with your Psy Reflector to then synchro for your Arcanite Magician, and your Psy Reflector is going to hopefully have a way. You're just going to search for the beast, discard the beast, add the Assault Mode activate, but you need to have Nightwing Sorceress in the grave somehow. Maybe you could use Transcendent Crystals to discard her, so then you could use your Psy Reflector normally to add beast, discard, add your Assault Mode activate, but then summon Sorceress to make your Arcanite Magician. Lots of different ways to summon it. It's going to be difficult to do, but it's pretty cool to wipe your opponent's entire field. Hyper Psychic Blaster Assault Mode. This is a level 9 synchro to help summon this assault mode. The effect is not so good, but it's 3,500 attack, 3,000 defense. If you attack a monster, then you get to gain life equal to their defense, and you actually gain life equal to their attack and then deal damage equal to their defense. You just gain life and deal damage when you battle something. But the synchro will deal piercing damage over defense, and you'll also gain life due to the piercing damage. So what is good about this? The best way to summon this is going to be, see it right here, it says no easy way to summon equal bad, but then we discovered level augmentation with your Wielder and Tracker. So Wielder and Tracker are going to be great combos for this. If you don't know what Wielder and Tracker do, you can have Wielder normal summon on the field, for example, then you're going to special summon your Tracker. Wielder and Tracker can both be special summon if you have either or on the field. Then you're going to use the skill Level Augmentation. Level Aug. Reveal another Wielder or another Tracker from your hand to boost up the Wielder or Tracker on the field by 3 levels. And then you're going to make your Synchro Shokan into your Hyper Psychic Blaster. Now, it does not really give you a way to search your Assault Mode activate to then summon the Assault Mode version, but it's just an easy way to summon your Hyper Psychic Blaster, so hopefully you have something good off of that. It will be 3,900 attack. It will destroy any card that is smaller than 3,900 on its summon due to Wielder. So Wielder Tracker, pretty cool combo with that. Now, my ending thoughts on Assault Mode are Pure Assault with Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode just became a lot better. The biggest weakness was having the Assault Mode in your hand. Now you could return it to draw 2 or even summon it. Pure deck with the other Assault Modes do not really work. you'll need to tech the assault cards in addition to an already good deck that could just summon the needed synchro. Let's move on to Shiranui Review. Probably the most hyped deck type of this new box is the Shiranui Cards. Let's talk about them. These are zombie samurais. Now, they have an ultra rare, a super rare, and a super rare. That's it. The Solitaire, Squire, and Squire Saga, those are the super rare and ultra rare cards. Let's talk about them. Now, the main synchro is going to be the Squire Saga. It is a level 7 synchro, and basically what it does in an ideal scenario is going to destroy a monster, destroy a back row, and gain 300 attack. How do we do that? Well, with the Squire and an Aloof Lupine, one card only, basically, you get to Synchro Shokan, destroy a back row, and gain 300 attack. Also, if you banish the Squire for its effect, which that's how it gets its effect, you get to draw a card and discard a card. Psy Reflector could easily summon it, but not activate any of its effects, so ignore all the Psy Reflector combo stuff. That was early reading on this card. So you banish a card from your field or your graveyard to activate its effect, and based off of the card type it is, you're going to have the effects of either gaining 300 attack if it was a zombie. If it was a fire zombie, you could destroy a back row and gain 300 attack. If it was a fire zombie synchro, you get to also destroy a monster on the field. So just from itself, you could summon it, banish itself, destroy a back row, destroy a monster, but nothing to gain attack on. And also what's great is it does not target. Your opponent must respond with a back row card before you choose what to do. So don't worry, I'm going to show you this combo and how to summon it. Now we have Solitaire. Solitaire is, its first effect is to tribute itself or another zombie to special summon a 0 defense tuner from your deck. So you have a level 2 and a level 3 tuner. You can also use a Glow Up Bloom. We're not going to use it. So that's a great way to Synchro Shokan with the Aloof Lupine. Aloof Lupine on summon will banish a Solitaire or one of the tuners, then banish the other from the deck, and that will trigger the Solitaire, its second effect, which is to special summon a Shiranui onto the field. Then you could Synchro Shokan with your Aloof Lupine. So let's talk about the second effect. You could trigger it with a Gold Sark or the Aloof Lupine. When it's banished, summon a Shiranui monster that is banished. Now the field spell, not so good. You could discard a special summon from the grave or return a banished card to the grave. You must have a zombie banished or in the grave to even activate it. And speed dueling, too slow. Let's talk about the Shiranui Squire. This is an instant level 6 or 7 synchro for a zombie. Has to be a zombie, so it does not replace Psy Reflector in other decks. On summon, special summon a Spectral Sword from your hand or deck. So that's great from the hand or deck, because sometimes cards like Assault Mode say deck only. Then you need cards to deal with it in the hand. So you can only summon zombies for the rest of the turn. You summon the level 2 or the level 3 tuner. Boom! That makes your instant synchro boss. Now, there are other cards you could potentially synchro into, but not using this. That could be the level 8. We don't have a 1-card synchro for this. We'll talk about this later. Basically, what it does is you banish a zombie from your graveyard. It gains attack equal to the banished monster. Not really a big deal. But what's really cool is the level 10. The level 10 has 2 effects. The first effect is very hard to pull off, so we'll focus on the second effect first. Basically, when it's on the field, you can protect your zombies, including itself, from being destroyed by battle or card effect by banishing a Shiranui monster from the graveyard to protect. And that will also trigger the effects of the Shiranui. Like, for example, the Squire, when banished, you'll draw a card, discard a card. Solitaire, when banished, you could special summon a Shiranui from the banished onto the field. So that's pretty good with that. And I'm going to show you a combo on how to summon it. Turn 1, brought to you by Konami. Its other effect, which is harder to pull off, is on special summon, you could return any number of zombie synchros that are banished or in your graveyard back to the extra deck, then destroy that many cards on the field. It's going to be difficult to happen, though. Now we got a level 6. It's pretty much just a generic level 6, 2500 attack. If you happen to have a zombie in the graveyard that's high attack. You could banish it during either player's turn to make your opponent's monsters with attack less than or equal to that monster to go to defense. Not really that good. But if this card is banished, you could target a face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 500 attack. Not worth mentioning. Now, the tuners. Remember, the main focus are the tuners because the Squire could summon the tuners. Let's talk about what the tuners do besides being a tuner. If this is in the graveyard on a follow-up turn from it being sent to the grave, you could target one non-tuner zombie in your graveyard, banish this and the non-tuner to Synchro Shokan. So if you have the level 6 Synchro in the grave and this in the grave, you could banish it and the level 6 Synchro to make your level 8 Synchro, to make a quick little Synchro like that. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about the level 3 though. The level 3 tuner, which is going to be the most used card in your deck as a tuner, you could tribute this while in the field, target 2 of your banished zombies, Synchro Shokan. So this one's from the grave, this one's on the field, and if you have a banished Synchro and a tuner, you could Synchro Shokan with it. Very good. Target 2 banished zombies, accept the Spectral Sword, special summon them, tuner, non-tuner, boom. It's a great follow-up of Lupine, because Lupine's going to banish 2 zombies, and then Synchro, banish that zombie, and then it's a great follow-up. Spirit Master is similar to Squire, but instead of using your hand and deck on summon, you could special summon from your hand or graveyard. Now, the card you summon onto the field, when it leaves the field, it gets banished. So that will trigger its effect like Solitaire when it leaves the field. So if you special summon a Solitaire, you tribute it, it gets banished, it triggers its effect to summon a Shiranui that's banished onto the field. Maybe good due to how good the other cards are. Samurai is good against Cocytus. It deals with Cocytus. It will banish any monster that battles with this card, but you have to have a zombie in the graveyard to banish to even do it. You could do it during either player's turn. Let's not talk about the Smith. Now, my initial final thoughts are you want to focus on a deck with the Aloof Lupine, the Squire, to summon the level 7 Synchro, and also possibly use the Gold Sark engine. Now, Konami has a combo with this, and it involves the Spirit Master, Gold Sark, and Solitaire, plus a Spectral in the deck. Let's look at that combo real quick. This is the combo. Spirit Master with a Solitaire and a Gold Sark, for example. What you're going to do is Spirit Master, activate, special summon Solitaire. Then you're going to activate Gold Sark, and you could banish anything. You could banish a Squire, for example, has to be level 4, which will trigger Squire to draw a card, discard a card, whatever. Now you're going to activate Solitaire to tribute itself, which will banish itself to summon a tuner from the deck. We're going to go for level 2 tuner onto the field. Now, because the Squire was banished due to the effect of Spirit Master by leaving the field when it tributed itself, it's going to special summon another zombie that's banished onto the field. So now your field is 4 + 4 + 2. Boom, boom, boom. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We got the level 10 Synchro Shokan, 3,500 attack. Check out that grave. We got 4 monsters in the grave. For 4 times, we are protected from destruction. What is an Invoke deck going to do besides pierce us in defense after flipping us face down? But we can't be destroyed by battle or card effects 4 times. And every time you banish these cards, it's going to trigger their effect. You're going to draw a card, discard a card. If you banish the Spirit Master with the effect of Sun Saga because they attempted to destroy, Spirit Master is going to have the ability of destroying a face-up monster on the field, which means you could Gold Sark the Spirit Master whenever you want from the deck to destroy a face-up card on the field. That's pretty cool. That's the Konami combo. You summon Lupine, you banish Solitaire, and you also banish a level 3 tuner. And that's going to trigger the Solitaire to summon the level 3 tuner onto the field. Then you're going to Synchro Shokan 4 + 3 into your level 7. And then you could banish the level 3 fire, and that's going to trigger the effect to destroy a back row and gain plus 300 attack. That's a pretty cool combo. But even better is if you just have the Squire. Squire, you activate, summon the level 3 tuner from the deck, and I'll tell you why it's better. Both are the instant level 7 Synchro, but when you use the Squire and the Spectral Sword Shade to summon the Squire Saga, you get to banish the Squire instead, which actually has an effect when banished, so you now get to draw, then discard. So hopefully, here's a concept deck of, this is not how to build it, this is just a concept of a pure version where you have a lot of ways to Synchro Shokan into the cards you need. Aloof Lupine can make an instant Sahemet to deal with Cocytus. These are the Synchros. This is the big hyped deck. Check it out.